So round three. Yeah, round three. Round three was against that Paladin list. All tournament, I was looking at the three different objectives, like three different missions, and I was like, well, if I ever have to fight that guy, it better be on round two. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Because his only real weakness is, his weakness is objectives. Because he has, he only has 4 squads. He has 4 kill points in his army. And they're like impossible to kill, and they just shoot everything to death. And if you charge them, then they kill you to death in combat. There's no weakness to them. 20 paladins, all wound allocating. 4 side cannons in each squad. One's master crafted. A librarian with all the stupid crap that gives them like cover saves, bonuses to the cover saves. I have to charge through difficult and dangerous to attack them, and all sorts of other crap. And then Dragos. This is a 22 model 1850 army. So, I mean, it's objective games are the only time they really get hurt. If there were 3 objectives, I'd stand a chance at least of going for a draw and then a win with the victory points or something like that. So, round 1 there were 2 objectives. Round 3 there were 3 objectives. So that was my best chance. I of course got him in round 3, which was kill points. So that really sucked a lot. It's a really stupid broken list in my opinion, but it's a tournament, so. Basically, he got first turn, and guess what? It was Dawn of War again. This is probably one of the biggest complaints I have about the tournament. It was really geared towards close combat armies. The first mission, there were 2 objectives, but like the way that they said they had to be from this side and from that side and from this side and from each other, they basically had to be like here and here or here and here. That's the only place you could put them. So like one squad could possibly get both of them, but no matter what, you're going to have to be up there getting assaulted. Round 2, there was the one in the middle, and then one in each deployment zone. But they could deploy halfway up on the sides, and then 12 inches up in the rest. So you could still start off your assaulting armies right there, and always get to combat like turn 2, at the worst. Round 1 was Dawn of War, so you could deploy halfway up. Round 2 had that weird thing, and round 3 was Dawn of War again. So it's really like, oh, close combat wins. So that was really annoying. There was also this weird rule where you roll like top or bottom, and then side or side, and on that corner you roll like 3d6 and 3d6, and like bombs will drop there, like a strength like 10 AP2 blast or something. And for whatever reason, it kept hitting my guys in the one corner. I deployed to just one corner of the map, and I kept getting bombed every single turn. It was entirely stupid. It killed like my whole scout squad, and it was incredibly obnoxious. Just something you don't need in a tournament. It's annoying, which I did not need. I didn't need that when I was fighting Grey Knights already, so. Alright, we just, I won my last game, minor victory. I think this is basically the top table right now. They are half top table, half not. Basically, I'm playing my Empress Canaries as always. And I just want to show you, I'm playing against 2 squads of 10 paladins, Drago, and a librarian. It's a really nice looking army. And, yep. So it's kill points. So kill points. Thank goodness there were modifiers, so like HQs are worth more. So I got some kill point bonuses for that, and I did get that. I think I got the bonus for having the multiple objectives, bonus objectives as well. So drop pod came in. Well, first turn 1, he shot the crap out of my scouts and killed some of them. The bombs killed most of the rest of them, and because I think I kept like everything in reserve again, or most of it anyway. I kept a lot of stuff hidden or whatever, but. Drop pod came in and I shot him up. He did take a single wound. And then he shot my Marines back with like both of his squads and killed all 10 of them. And so that was interesting. Went to go move my Land Raider forward with Marnius and all that. I'm like, well, this is the one chance I've got. He's got one squad, because it was Dawn of War, so you could deploy Drago in one squad like in the middle, because he got first turn. And then the other squad here with a little trail going back, so that you can just bring the librarian on and join it to the squad. So, I mean, he gets to start with this whole army in my face, which, if that wasn't Dawn of War, I think I would have stood a really good chance. If it was like pitched battle, I would have been so much better off. That was just loads of fun, starting right there, and then just attacking me. So went to bring my Land Raider forward, drop off Marnius, join Lysander to him since he doesn't have a squad anymore, and charge his Drago squad. Because they're all stringed out, I can make it so only some of them can attack this turn, and his other squad won't be able to counterattack for 2 turns. So that was my plan. I, of course, immobilized my Land Raider going through terrain. The second time that happened out of 3 times I tried it in the tournament. And so I got immobilized. I was still able to get out and get to combat. Joined Lysander to him, hit their squad, and of course he puts a lot of attacks on Lysander, and I failed. Gosh, I failed like I think it was something like 4 or 5 out of 8 wounds he did to me with a 3+ invulnerable. It was incredibly frustrating. So I lost Lysander when I shouldn't have, and then I lost like 2 Assault Marines, which I probably should have lost. I didn't do that many wounds to it, but you know. I fought back, killed like 5 guys, which is like 10 wounds. So, because everything I had was instant death, so that was really good for me. And he failed combat and fell back. Losing Lysander was incredibly important, though. It really sucked. So he fell back with Drago and like 4 or 5 Terminators left. And I think it was 4 because I shot one with the las cannon or something. So I had to chase him. And he was actually able to get to combat to me again, I think that same turn. So after shooting me up, I was down to, I think, just Marnius after shooting up my Terminators with that other squad. The other squad that was still running back. So, charges me. I failed everything on Marnius. Like, he took 3 wounds. He had taken 1 before. He took 3 wounds. And that was all he was going to take before Initiative 1. And I failed all 3 of my invulnerables, so that made another big difference. So then the rest of the game was my entire army trying to just kill 1 squad of guys. He broke off his librarian to go kill my bikes that were turbo boosting down towards Drago to make sure he kept falling back. Charged him, killed 1, I fell back. Regrouped, turbo boosted back down. I did manage to get Drago and that squad off the table from breaking him. Shot the librarian dead. So he's down to just like, by the end of the game, it was like, he was just making saves out the ass, like so many vulnerable saves, like 6s. It was incredibly obnoxious. He wrecked my Rhino, and my guys got pinned right next to him, so it was just dumb. In the end, I think he had like 6 guys left, and I had lost my bikes. I lost all my Terminators, Marnius, Lysander, that 1 10-man tactical squad, and let's see, I had lost my drop pod. No, I didn't lose my drop pod, just my Rhino. So I didn't lose, and I lost my scouts. I did still have some army left, and my las cannons were just failing horribly. It's just that, he had 6 paladins left, so. If we went on 1 more turn, I had a really good chance of running him off the table, if he failed leadership. But, didn't happen, and he was only 4 kill points, so I only killed 3. After modifiers and my bonus objectives, though, I ended up getting 9 from the 3 squads I had killed, and he ended up getting 13, because he got like 3 for HQs, and it was really weird. So, yeah, 9-13, which we first thought was a win for him. Looked back, and it said 1.5 times was if you have less than 1.5 times, I think it was, then it's a draw. If you have 1.5 times or more, then it's a minor victory. 2 times or 2.5 times, then it's a major victory. So I actually didn't, 13, 1.5 times by 9 would have been 13.5. You only had 13, so it was a draw. I was really impressed with myself. A kill point mission against that list, and I drew it. I was really happy. I played better than I'd ever played. He made tons of mistakes, but, I did what I could. So, we were tied in battle points. He did, honestly, he wasn't horrible, but he's the only player I knocked on. I've almost the only player I've ever knocked on sportsmanship. He wasn't horrible, but I didn't like his attitude. His list composition was assholey. But I didn't knock him for that. I did knock him for his sportsmanship during the game. So it wasn't horrible, but I do feel like he was trying to forget rules that were beneficial to him until I called him out. And then, oh yeah, that's right. We ended up tied on battle points. There were 5 of us tied on battle points. So there's 5 of us, I think it was. him and one other person got knocked off the top 5 for sportsmanship. So the sportsmanship was the next thing they went by. So us 3 had perfects on sportsmanship for all of them, and the same battle score. This is where I get really annoyed with tournaments, which is why I want to do mine differently. I fought major victory, minor victory. Only 2 of us did that. We fought each other, and I drew, but I beat him in sportsmanship. As far as I'm concerned, I won the tournament. I drew or I won. I think I won. Because I fought the only other player with as good of a record as me, and I drew him but beat him on sportsmanship. So, kind of annoying, because these other players drew their first round, or minor victory their first round, and then fought a lower bracket, and then beat those people. So it's kind of frustrating, but I guess that's how tournaments work. So there's 5 of us, 2 got knocked out, so there's 3 people left, and I ended up with 3rd, because it went after sportsmanship, it went to painting score. Obviously, only half my army would even have paint on it, aside from primer, so that's something I'm working on. I am trying to paint a squad a week, because I don't want to, just sick and tired of that shit. So, I did end up with 3rd, unfortunately, but I am super happy that I placed. I believe I got an invitation to Throne of Skulls next year, in Tennessee, in April, I think it is, so, but I'm planning on going to that. I also got, as a door prize, I got a $20 gift certificate to the War Store that I used to buy my Firestorm Armada ships. We've got 2 bags of these bits for playing in it, which are just awesome. They're from the War Store, and they're just crammed full of the most randomly cool bits, just random stuff like Chaos Banners, Defiler Cannons and armor, Dark Angel bits, Sentinel bits, Sentinel legs, Sentinel armor, Tau guns, bolters. I even have Terminator legs in one of these, Terminator arm with an assault cannon, Terminator power fist, Terminator chain fist. So I've got some really cool bits in here. Eldar heavy weapons, so really good stuff. I ended up with 4, because we got 2 for playing. There was 1 at the end, because there was extra, and I got 1 for the character ladder the next day. So, thanks for the War Store for providing those. There were a lot of good sponsors. I think Battle Foam gave out a gift certificate. Itar's Workshop gave out a gift certificate, which was one of the vendors there. I know I'm forgetting some, but there was tons of good sponsorship. The friend I went with got a door prize for some custom resin bases, which was really cool. On top of that, I won a $25 gift certificate from Games Workshop for placing 3rd. And my friend at the character ladder the next day actually won with the Deceiver. It was basically 300 points, character versus character, fill anything else you have off the troops. Deceiver just owned that. He was great. He won a Battle Force, which we basically traded for with a few extra bucks for the Fortress of Redemption. So that's going to be sweet. That's going to be in some videos coming up. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else we ended up with. Here's my gift certificate from the War Store. Yeah. So, I think that's about it. I mean, I walked home with a lot of good stuff. Really fun tournament. And thanks so much for everyone who played. Thanks for all the sponsors. 40korigins.com. You guys did a really good job organizing the tournament. The only thing I would say is I did leave a comment card. They were really cool guys. I loved them. Talked to them for a while. One, I don't think the painting, the Grey Knight player I played against ended up not placing at all, and he was kind of throwing a little bit of a fit about it. So I feel like they maybe gave him the best painted because of that. I have the videos of his army and the other army that he was tied with. This is the Grey Knight Paladin army. Ravenwing army, and I think the Dark Angel one was so much better. Sorry, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I had 2 models left on the table. He blew up both my Vindicators. No, the Turbochargers. It was It's one of their special psychic powers.
Is this yours?
No, this is mine, man. I wish I was
His was sloppy, and that once you looked up close, and I almost feel like maybe that was because he won it because he was, complaining about the other shit, and I hope that wasn't what it was, but I feel like the other guy's army was better. The only thing I would really complain about, 2 missions was Dawn of War. All 3 missions have places where you can deploy 24 inches up. Objectives were matched together. I felt like it was too much of a close combat oriented tournament. That's the only complaint. Other than that, it was extremely good. Okay, just want to say I ran out of space. Really well run tournament aside from those few things. So overall it was a great experience. I really recommend any of you guys who are considering going to Origins. It's in Columbus, Ohio. It was a great time, amazing weekend. The tournament was really well run. It was, in my opinion, fairly judged. All of that kind of stuff. They had plenty of people, lots of terrain. They had enough tables. They said I think for 72 people, they had enough terrain. We had about 20, which was about what they expected, I think. So. It sounds like they're trying to rebuild from a few years ago. It just had completely died, and they took over, and they're really doing a good job of building it back up. So I definitely recommend you guys go next year. I'll probably definitely be there. It's during my birthday too, so I'll have some extra money to throw around. So thank you everybody for watching, and feel free to comment, ask me any more questions about the games because I know I don't have much. I have like no video at all about it, so I do hope to do a much better job with that next year. But I mean, I've never been there before, so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We hope to have 40K Nation as a sponsor of this next year, so not sure if that's going to happen, but as long as they're cool with it, then 40K Nation is probably going to sponsor some of the tournament as well. So I will see you guys there hopefully next year. Bye.